while back, I read the book, Why Not Me? And it totally transformed how I think and how I go about my life. I asked myself the question, why not me? Clapping for everyone, when will people clap for me? And today I am extremely honored to be with the author of that book. And he is also the founder of Born to Lead Academy, has transformed so many people's lives who are geared for success even as they go into their leadership journey. Not only is he an architect of building, he's an architect of the mind. And today we are dropping something even more amazing, and that is the Born to Lead TV. I'm so lucky to be part of this and to start off this journey with him. I want you to join me even as I welcome the CEO and founder of Born to Lead Academy, Steve Mwiro. Karibu.
Wow, thank you so much, Esther.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. My name is Coach Stephen Mwiro, and I am the founder, CEO, and the lead trainer for now of the Born to Lead Academy of Personal Development. And let me share a little bit about my background. I'm an architect of buildings, as Esther has said, by profession. A profession that I have been in for the last 32 years. But at some point in my life, I realized I have a calling on my life, a divine assignment. And I went about looking for what that assignment was, and I discovered I'm actually an architect of people's mindsets by passion and practice. And that is a journey I've been on for the last 8 years. Mm-hmm. And through that journey, I've witnessed so many transformations of other people who thought they were one thing, but when they went through the program, they discovered there was something else, and they have embraced that and gone on a different trajectory in life. So today, we are launching the Born to Lead TV. And this is a TV where we will be hosting wonderful shows of the journeys of a lot of the Born to Lead alumni members and also captains of industry to specifically discuss the journey of life and the journey of leadership.
Amazing.
Welcome.
Yes, you heard him, Stephen Mwiro, and we're here at the Heritage Restaurant at the National Museums of Kenya. So beautiful and so pretty. They've been graceful to give us this space to host Mwiro. So, Stephen, you are showing that someone can have a totally different career and start another career and really, really do well in it. Tell me, what was it like to find your second purpose?
Wow, thank you, Esther. I don't even want to call it a second purpose. A second career, maybe. But purpose, no. This is my core purpose.
This is your core purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
And what I've learned through this is a lot of people don't know what they are here on earth for. That's a very gray area for most people because we go to school and the system is structured to prepare us for the job market. The system up to now has not been tailor-made to help us find out who we really are and what God intended for us to do while we are here on earth. And remember, we are only here for a short period of time. So you will never quite find your assignment, your divine assignment. It is possible to feel you are not fulfilled. It is possible to feel hollow, to feel empty. And to be honest with you, that was me. When I started practicing architecture, I thought I had arrived. After all, it's a prestigious title, it's a prestigious career. There's money to be made. You meet all these people with wonderful titles and offices. And if you're not careful, you can get lost in all that glamour. But deep down, you are feeling there's more. That's exactly how I felt.
That's how you felt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Until I was introduced to personal development. It's a long story, but at some point I would want to give it.
Yeah.
But for now, suffice it to say, when I went through personal development, I discovered that I only went to do architecture because I was an A student. But your purpose has nothing to do with your grades in school.
Yeah.
Your divine purpose has something to do with what you are naturally endowed with in terms of divine gifts and talents. Your purpose has to do with your natural abilities, things that you do with ease, things that you do, and when others watch and listen, they're like, wow, that was awesome. But for you, it's like, that's what I do.
Yeah. And that is what most people actually face. They go through life not even ever discovering even a piece of their potential because they ended up in fields that existed. And now,
That's true. Let me just tell you, when you're just doing a career or a job, it's like you have a plot somewhere. You don't even know where it is, but in your mind, you know you have a plot. But if you don't know where that plot is, you can't develop it. True or not? But when you go and discover where the plot is, the actual occasion, then you can decide what to do with it in terms of development so that you add value. When you haven't found your purpose, you are like that empty plot somewhere. But when you find your purpose, now you are able to intentionally develop certain areas of your life to add value. So that when people see you, they see a person of value. And that helps you stop chasing things. You stop chasing success, you stop chasing money, you start attracting. Because purpose makes you very magnetic.
Yeah.
Yes. Because not only have you added value to yourself, you are now able to add value to other people. Have you ever seen when somebody puts up a very nice building somewhere, all of a sudden, the value of the locality changes?
Exactly, yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you find your purpose and you work on yourself. You add value to yourself. Even you start attracting people who are valuable. You attract people who have substance. You stop being a wandering generality and you become a meaningful specific. That's what purpose does. And in Born to Lead Academy, that's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
We help people discover who they are, develop who they are, package who they are, and then deliver that to the world. In reality, the world is waiting for you to reveal your true self so that the world can deal with you on your terms. But before you reveal your true self through your life purpose, the world will deal with you on its terms. And I can assure you, you won't like those terms.
You will not like
because you'll be used.
Yeah.
Because where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable.
Wow, that is so powerful. So that's the essence of Born to Lead.
Yes.
That's what Born to Lead is about, harnessing our potential and discovering our paths.
Yes.
Tell us of the impact so far since you started Born to Lead Academy.
Well, we started Born to Lead Academy on 2nd July 2016. That's when we opened the doors to the world. Interestingly, Esther, on day one, I remember it like it was yesterday, we were doing this class, it was a physical class then, at the St. Andrews. Yes, you know the PCA church near YMCA?
Yeah.
St. Andrews. We had hired a hall and had assembled 5 powerful trainers.
Yeah.
Some I know you know, but let me not mention them on here because I have not asked them for permission to do that. And imagine on day one, we only got one person.
For the 5 of you to teach.
And a guy who looked like he had come from some night out. He even had a fresh wood on his face.
Wow.
He looked disheveled. No disrespect, this is the truth. And that guy, when he walked in, he was like, am I in the right place? Because he could see all these nicely dressed up people. And he asked, is this the Born to Lead Academy? And I was like, yeah. But let me tell you, as I was telling him, I was asking God, you must have a very interesting sense of humor. I have advertised, I have brought all these traders, and this is a guy who bring me. I could see the faces of those trainers asking, surely, coach, are you for real? I heard God's voice telling me, Coach Steve, if you're serious with this journey,
this is the
transform this one, and you will see me open the floodgates of heaven for you.
Wow.
And I decided to heed to God's voice. You've asked me about impact. That first class, 2nd July 2016, it ended up having 5 students, this one being one of them.
Wow.
Now, the impact that I vividly remember from that class is of this guy. Not that the others were not transformed,
Yeah.
but this guy who came on day one, who later told us that he was from the street.
Wow.
He was like a street guy. And he had his grandfather living in Kawa West. So occasionally he would visit his grandfather.
Yeah.
And when he started this class, he decided to stay with his grandfather. But the grandfather did not have much in terms of means. So he would walk from Kawa West to town to attend
For the
this
classes.
class. He was that thirsty.
The commitment.
The commitment. But when we went through the class of purpose, because I teach purpose in this academy, the guy had an aha moment, and he realized that he had a gift of singing, and he had music in him. And he started asking people to listen to him. Guess what? He even gathered the courage to walk into matatus and tell people, I have a song for you, and he would sing for them, and guys would contribute to him. So he no longer had to walk. And by the time we were coming to graduation, he had already produced a CD.
Wow.
That guy had gotten someone to sponsor him to produce a CD. Those days there used to be those.
Yeah.
Yes. And after that, he went ahead and produced videos. He now even has a YouTube channel. And you know the most interesting thing?
Yeah.
He also got a very beautiful girl and convinced her to marry him. So he actually did a nice church wedding.
He had a full round.
And then he started a street children's ministry where he feeds them once a month.
Wow.
So if you talk about impact, that for me is real impact.
Wow, that is so powerful.
Real impact.
Yeah.
And since then, God has been very faithful. We've gotten a lot of other people who've come looking for purpose, and they are doing great exploits. And as a matter of fact, one of the reasons I decided we start the Born to Lead TV is so that we can be interviewing those people who've gone through this program and what they are doing out there in the world due to the impact the program had and continues to have on them.
That is so powerful. So this entire journey, a lot of it is going to be their journey from even maybe from class to what they've become after the program.
Absolutely. And the reason why I thought this is a great idea is that I know there are very many people who never heard about personal development. There are very many people who never heard about purpose. So there are very many people who never get to live their full potential simply because they have not had anyone to hold their hands and to show them the direction. And Born to Lead TV is now the vehicle I want to use to have a very wide reach, even to places where people may not be able to come to our academy. Even though right now we are doing it online, but I know there are people who still don't have access to some of these gadgets, but through this channel, they'll be able to see and perhaps reach out so that you can also help them become a part of this growing tribe of people living purposefully.
I love that, and I definitely concur. It will touch a lot of people who are seeking their purpose, who want to hear successful stories of others who've been just like them, and I know it will definitely impact. Do you have anything you'd like to add before we wind up?
Maybe to share 2 other stories briefly of some people who are also doing great exploits. One was a guy who was working for a real estate company. And by the time I met him, he was so frustrated because it's like things were not going right. And he was at his wit's end. He was wondering what to do. I met him at his lowest. And he didn't even know much about Born to Lead. We were just talking. And I interested him in joining the program. And I remember him telling me he couldn't afford to pay. And I told him, just come. When you are able to pay, you will pay. If not, don't worry. He joined this program. He was very, very committed. And let me tell you, when he finished, he started his own real estate company.
Wow.
And today, I can tell you he's a guy who's employing over 50 people in his own company. He's won very many awards for being one of the best real estate companies in Kenya.
Yeah.
And I have seen him go even to UK, to Dubai, all over the world to take the message about real estate in Kenya. And he's being received very well because he's a person of integrity, which is one of the other things we teach at the Born to Lead Academy. So that, for me, is also a very successful story. There are very many others. There's a lady, and I'm sure we will be able to visit her. She's in Mombasa.
Yeah.
Who came through this program and went ahead and started a movement she's calling Global Women Foundation Impact. You know? And what she's doing is empowering ladies. Recently, she had her second annual Empowerment Summit for Women in Mombasa, which I was privileged to attend as a keynote speaker. And I noticed that this movement of hers has been embraced from far and wide.
Yeah.
There were even ladies from Masailand who had come
all the
just
way
to get empowered. And you could see the passion they had for whatever was happening there. So when I hear stories like those, I'm very encouraged.
Yeah.
We've also had students attend this program of ours from as far as South Africa, US, UK. And we even had one of the ladies from South Africa travel all the way from South Africa to Kenya for their graduation. That's a kind of impact that this program is having.
Yeah.
I would also want to say that beyond the Born to Lead program, the training program that is, we have offshoots which are also developing lives of their own, like hiking. We have a hikers club that was born out of one of the lessons I teach of being healthy and physically fit for life, because you need to be that in order to execute your purpose mandate.
Yeah.
And we hike twice a month. The club has grown beyond my wildest imaginations when I started. I welcome people who go through the program to join. Because before you graduate, you go to Kilimambogo, and then we come and graduate. But then after that, people used to ask me, now you've introduced us to a mountain.
Yeah.
Where next? Because we feel this is something we want to keep doing.
They still want to do. Yeah.
So we started the hiking club out of that, and it has grown. It's open even to other members. It's a really wonderful journey. And when we go to the mountain, we get to learn practical lessons of life that are best demonstrated by mountains. And you know why?
Yeah.
For me, mountains are the best metaphors for life. Because in life, at any one time, you're dealing with one mountain or another.
Yeah.
If it is not health, it's relationships. If it's not relationships, it's finances. If it's not finances, it's your spirituality. It is work. It is your mental well-being. So there's so much there. And when you deal with mountains, when you go up mountains, they equip you with very practical lessons on how to deal with challenges. Because you can't get to the top of a mountain without overcoming those challenges. There's a guy, Vince Lombardi, who said, when you see a man on top of a mountain, he didn't fall there. He climbed. So when you see somebody who is successful in life, he didn't just happen to become successful. There is a journey, and mountains teach you that journey: resilience, leveraging, courage, integrity, the need to keep moving even when things look difficult, believe, having faith. All those things you will learn on the mountain. And on the mountain, you get to learn also, we are all on a different race. We are not on the same race. So don't compete with anyone. Just compete with yourself. So that is the other thing that the Born to Lead Academy has been able to establish. And then two other things. Born to Lead also has an offshoot of corporate trainings. We train corporates on matters leadership. And we also do team building for them. And that has become big. People are beginning to see that team building is not just jumping up and down and sweating, that you can do tailor-made team building activities that have a lot of leadership lessons. that have a lot of lessons on relationships. And we are doing that as Born to Lead. And finally, I like inspiring students also, because I know if we can plant the seed of purpose at an early age, then we can forestall some of the issues we see with adults. In fact, I like saying, if we can build our youth, then we don't have to worry about repairing broken adults.
Yeah.
So Born to Lead is big on empowering the youth, inspiring the youth to start their journey of finding their life purpose at an early age. And we are specifically concerned about the born child, because the girl child has been empowered a lot. We are not saying it should stop, but we're also focusing on the boy child, and we have a program called the Noble Man's Program, which we do during the school holidays to empower boys specifically.
Wow. Yeah. You have something for everyone, actually.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
At Born to Lead Academy, we believe that the greatest asset you have is yourself. And that is why this program helps you to develop yourself to the highest possible level so that you become the most valuable asset. A lot of people are going after buildings, after vehicles, after other kinds of assets, but they forget one very important thing. If your most valuable asset has not been worked on, all these things, you can lose them. And it may be very difficult to recover. But once you have developed the most important asset, that is you, and you become a person capable of acquiring anything in this world, you never have to worry about what you lose, because whatever you lose, as long as you become a person capable of getting it, you can always get it back. So who you become is more important than what you get in life. Why? As I've said, what you get, you can lose. Who you become, you can never lose. And that is what will help you rise again and again and again. In Born to Lead, we say, if you learn to master yourself, you'll be able to lead the world. So our clarion call is, come to Born to Lead, learn to master who you are, because if you master yourself, you can lead the world. Thank you very much. Coach Stephen Moiro. Looking forward to seeing you in our next engagement. And we'll be having these shows on a weekly basis. You can't afford to miss these shows. They will perhaps be your opportunity to become the person God intended you to be. Thank you.
So you've had all the wisdom from the CEO and founder of Born to Lead Academy, just letting us into the Born to Lead Academy world. There's something for everyone, all you in the middle at the crossroads of finding your purpose, unfulfilled in your career, or maybe you are even thriving and you just need something else to add on to what you need to do to rediscover yourself and give yourself another opportunity to life. Born to Lead is there for you. There's something for each of you. There is the hikes, there is the academy, and now there is the TV, which you can plug in from any part of the world. We are going across the seas, and I hope that you're journeying with us. Please subscribe, watch these shows, and journey with us as we all discover and live within our purpose. I've been your host, Esther Nema, and see you in the next show.